Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We're here for the big Charleston contest. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, you got an opinion, so let's get at it. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are going to be talking about the now multiple times over repeated, retweeted, shared Courtney Kramer statement on X, formerly known as Twitter. And I am saying, my question to you tonight, because I want to hear what y'all are thinking. My question to you is this hype or is this hope for Fulton County? Let's get at it. Let's get at it. But first of all, got the chance to see my good friend retired in the building. Good to see you retired. Looks like you're under witness protection program. I love it though. Good to see you. Your secret is safe with us. Transplanted Texan is in the building. Good to see you as well. Wait, now you're somebody else? I love you so much, retired, so much. What's going on? Shari, good to see you. Sister Grace and peace to you as well. Y'all, let me real quick, before people hear what I didn't say about Courtney Kramer, okay? What I didn't say is that I want Fonnie Willis to stay DA of Fulton County. That's not what I said. What I said is that Courtney Kramer is not going to win. That's what I said. What I didn't say is that I don't think Courtney Kramer is a good person. That's not what I said. What I said is that Fonnie Willis is going to win DA-ship again in Fulton County. That's what I said. So this is not an indictment on Courtney Kramer. I am going to say some things that are a little bit harsh about what I think Courtney Kramer has done to, in my opinion, miss out on a very good opportunity to prove herself and to take advantage of the very glaring holes in Fonnie Willis's defense, her armor, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of holes. There's lots of holes. And I think Courtney Kramer could have and should have taken advantage of that. And I still think she should. I just don't believe it's going to result in much. I think she'll have a good opportunity to show the world that Fonnie Willis is a one-trick pony. She has lots of glaring holes and problems in her leadership, lots of glaring holes in her ability to convey ideas and so on and so forth. So she could do that. But this right here that y'all keep sending me, let me just let y'all know right now, this thing ain't doing what y'all think it's doing. So let me real quick. So I'm welcoming all of the anti-Fonnie Willis people in the building. I thank y'all so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. And hear me, I do not believe that Fonnie Willis is the right person for Fulton County. I've said that multiple times. If you've been a subscriber or watched my channel for any length of time, I've said multiple things about the problems with Fonnie Willis. But I also have said emphatically that Courtney Kramer should have gotten on this horse way earlier than now. And at this point, it's actually the horse has already gone out the barn. So let's just pull this in. Let's look at the document that people done sent me as if I hadn't seen it. They done tagged me on Twitter. They done sent it to me in my email. I'm cool with that. Hey, I'm glad to know that you watch it. But I do wonder, did they actually watch the video that I did on it? I think they saw the thumbnail, it triggered them, and they went and found this article and they sent it to me. They didn't actually watch the video that I posted. Because if you watch the video, I give a very clear salient point for why Fonnie Willis is going to shellac that girl. I'm sorry. Courtney, much love to you. You know, it's the kids like to do the little heart thing. Yeah, all that. But baby, you're gonna get your grits cooked. That's just it. And I'll explain why. But let's get into this. Here's the infamous now multiple tweeted people feeling like this is the great hope for Fulton County. Let's go. For immediate response, release. All right. Official press release. What are they press releasing, Jason? To Atlanta, Georgia. The following is a statement from Fulton County District Attorney Republican nominee Courtney Kramer regarding the ongoing YSL RICO trial. Now, let me ask you a question real quick. This is serious business here, okay? I believe in grassroots. People are talking about grassroots. Oh, she's doing grassroots. Baby, the grass is dead. Let it go. Let it go. Stop it. How much money did it take to put out this article? to make a Google Doc, put your logo on the top, and send this out. It took absolutely $0.99. She could have done this 113 days ago, but she didn't. She didn't. And I've heard, I've been at the YSL trial, and it's very sad to watch. I've been there. I've sat there and watched Young Thug and all these gentlemen. I've met all of the attorneys and so on and so forth. I've seen the prosecution, all those folk. Why didn't she do this before? That's my question to you. If you're somebody who came in here with the fingers and is telling me how bad I am because I'm saying that Courtney Kramer is not going to win, I'm just telling you what you already know. But ask yourself, why did she do this now, 113 days after the fact? But then here's another question. Before we get too far afield. What if Judge Glanville had declared a mistrial, like many people thought that he should have a long time ago? What would Courtney Kramer have written about? Because you see in the first sentence right here, this is in regards to the YSL RICO trial, not about the gangs that are running free in Fulton County, not about the drug issues, not about the break-ins, the shootings, the robberies, the killings, any of that stuff. Nope. It's only about YSL. So if Judge Glanville had did what the right thing was, what would she be talking about right now? That's why I'm telling you, she gonna lose. I understand. I'll give you my phone number again, Courtney, but I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, if you need a shoulder to cry on, I am not the one for you. But baby girl, you're not gonna win. And I'm going to tell you why. Let's keep this reading. As a Republican nominee for Fulton County District Attorney, I've watched the ongoing trial and the endless prosecution of YSL. I agree with her, with no apparent justice in sight. I've become highly concerned and disappointed in the lack of prosecutorial oversight in this case. I agree. As time goes on, the public has tirelessly witnessed a trial that is undoubtedly over-prosecuted by attorneys who have repeatedly been admonished for the lack of their trial preparation, a complete and utter waste of court's time. Prosecutors even had one judge condemn the state for not following the ethical and legal duty to disclose exculpatory evidence that could prove fruitful for the defense, one of the most basic requirements in the courtroom. With more than 180 acts listed in the indictment, with 28 defendants, this case was brought to bring fame to current DA Fani Willis, not to bring justice to the community. Okay. You know what? I agree with that old sentence. But my only question is, watch this. Because in a moment, she's gonna give us her solution. She's gonna give us her solution. And I just want to ask everybody, the people that, Courtney Kramer fanatics in the chat, what's she gonna do afterwards? Right, because she don't have a platform. She's about as empty as the empty suit that's floating around 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue with no platform. She's just giving, it's hype. It's hype. It's okay. I understand you probably haven't been challenged like that. I understand you probably haven't thought about it like that, and it's okay. Come on over here, dear woke Christian, to give you a hug. Calm yourself down. This is hype. Courtney, you got my email, dearwokec@gmail.com. This is hype, baby. This is not a platform. Because once you do away with the YSL trial, what you going to do then? You're not giving. You're going to talk about it in a second. You talk about we need to be safe, so on and so forth. But if there's a gang problem in Fulton County, why are you not laying out a platform for that? And whoa, stop. Before you jump up in the chat, in the comments, and tell me that it takes money to run a platform, I'm gonna tell you that you're a bold-faced fool. I'm sorry. All you gotta do is you grab your phone and you say, hey, this is Jason from Dear Woke Christian, and I want to talk to you about my party platform. And you post it on Twitter, just like she did this article right here. She could have been doing this since May. Because remember, Fani Willis won her primary back in May. Let's do the math, boys and girls. She's been sitting on her laurels and sitting on her high horse for months. Fani Willis knows the reason you don't see Fani Willis even campaigning is because she knows she's going to slack the girl. She already knows it. That's why she can jet set around the country collecting awards and so on and so forth, because she knows she ain't got nothing to do. She's won. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. That's it. Prove me wrong. Show me how. You didn't know who Courtney Kramer was last Tuesday. I knew about it because I did a video on her several months ago. But don't come to me. Don't come to me. You come to the wrong person. Because I already knew about Courtney Kramer. I reached out to Courtney Kramer way early on. Had a whole party platform for her. Reached out to her and told her I would help her do her content in my studio. So don't tell me, no, I'm not new to this. I know what I'm talking about. The girl gonna get beat. I'm sorry. You can be upset about that. That can make you feel some kind of way because you don't like Fonnie Willis, which I do understand. You can feel some kind of way about it, but let me tell you right now, get over it. Let us finish this article up real quick because I want to read what y'all saying in this chat. Y'all might be saying something bad about Dear Woke Christian. I might be upset about that, but let us keep going. I'm absolutely dumbfounded as to the motives in spending endless amounts of taxpayer dollars on a prosecution that is based almost entirely on witnesses with little or no credibility. I will also add that there's very little evidence, but I digress. Not only have I lost any ounce of faith that justice is in fact being served and the people in Fulton County are being advocated for in an ethical and transparent manner, but this case should have ended by now. Even former DA Paul Howard declined to bring this case, and now the public can see why. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree one iota. There's nothing about anything that she said right there that I disagree with. My only issue is, baby, where you been? It took you nothing to write this. It took no time to write this. You could have put this out during the recusal debacle. You could have put this out when Mr. Bean was talking about he was so high, he was about to fall asleep on us. You could put this out at any time, but now you put it out now. I'm sorry. Only because the waters are chummed and the sharks are circling and everybody realizes that this case is going down to Davy Jones' locker. Oh, now all of a sudden you're going to come in and plant your flag and say, I told you so. No, baby girl, you're going to lose. I'm sorry. I know that's going to hurt your feelings. You're probably not going to invite me to the cookout, but guess what? I don't care. This is not going to work. I'm sorry. Let's finish this up because I want to hear what y'all saying about DWC. And again, I'm going to say this again. What would she do after this? If you're one of the Courtney Kramer supporters that say, Jason, you wrong and blah, 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 please save that stuff. What is she going to do afterwards? What is her party platform? Because she's had since May, June, July. And we basically in September. So she's had almost 4 months, 120 days to get this thing ironed out. Where's her platform? What is she going to do about the overcrowded jails? What is she going to do about the men that are in Fulton County Jail right now that are unindicted? Not just the YSL people, but the other ones. What is she going to do about that? What is she going to do? I'll wait. Y'all, I'll wait. Okay, I'm going to wait till I pass out, aren't I? That's what I thought. Let's keep going. If I am elected the next district attorney of Fulton County, I promise to end the prosecution immediately. Okay, fine. So let's say that you become DA on November 5th, okay? And it's a clean victory. Let's say Courtney Kramer, she shellacks Fonnie and she wins 90% of the votes. The next morning she wakes up. Good morning, lady, Madam DA. She says, you know what? In that stupid case, that YSL case, it is over, kaput, done. And everybody says, you're right, Madam DA. And they go do all the little things, push the buttons, write the things and check the boxes and everybody goes free. What's she gonna do the next morning? What's she gonna do the day after that? What's she gonna do the next week? I'm listening. That's what I thought. Where's her platform? Because please understand, running on a platform that I'm gonna release YSL, granted, I think they should have been released. I support the release of YSL because the case is a dumpster fire. But please understand, this is just hype. This is just hype because everybody sees it. And it's easy to pile on when everybody sees it. It's super easy to be like, yes, you are right. You are right. I agree. I'm jumping right up in here too. Whoa, everybody else is jumping in. I'm jumping in too. Yeah. It's easy to do that. And people, I'm sorry, I understand I've received probably 5, if not multiples of people sending me this statement as if I didn't read it. I had already seen this. And I'm still standing exactly where I am today. Courtney Kramer's going to get beat. Let me finish this up. I promised to end the prosecution immediately. I challenged my opponent to do the same thing, the right thing, and end this prosecution and release those who are accused in this case and who are being held without bond. If elected, I intend to restore justice, transparency, and integrity to the office of district attorney, and the dismissal of the YSL case will be my first official action toward that goal. What is the rest of your actions, though? I guarantee you, I would be on here saying something probably very, very different if she had taken the time to explain how she's going to restore justice, transparency, and integrity to the office. If you watch my channel before, I said she should do an immediate audit, an independent third-party audit of the Fulton County DA's office immediately. That should be the first thing she does. She should do an immediate audit of the Fulton County Jail. Who is in jail that has been in there longer than, the given amount, I forgot exactly off the top of my head, the given amount of time that they can be in there without being charged, they must be released immediately. That is telling me that you believe in transparency and the integrity of the office. But I digress. Fulton County citizens should feel safe in their homes. In their own homes, parking their cars on the street and shopping in their own communities. How does releasing people from how does releasing the YSL trial do that? How does that do that? I'm not saying a young thugging out there going to go out there and be thugging out, but what do the two things have to do together? Being safe in their homes, parking their cars, and shopping in the malls. How does releasing YSL do any of those things? See, you must ask better questions. I understand. We've gotten very used to not asking questions. We got very used to just accepting what people tell us, but we can be better than that. We can do better than that. Let's finish this up. Victims of sex crimes should know that their elected prosecutor prioritizes spending taxpayer dollars and clearing the backlog of kits and not prosecuting cases for media attention. I actually agree with that. But again, why do those things get like platitude hat tips in the last two sentences? But the majority of your statement has been about the YSL trial. And again, YSL, if you just did it in the beginning, it's over. What do you have left? You have nothing left, Courtney. I'm just saying. Finish this up, Jason. This is not about right versus left. It's about right versus wrong. Above all else, the future of Fulton County and holding accountable those who are elected to serve and seek actual justice. Okay. I agree. I agree with that. She's still gonna get beat, but I still agree with that. I think that's a very interesting statement. And again, if you just jumped in, I just want to say this. If you're one of those people that, oh man, she made this great statement. Let me just ask you another question I asked in the beginning. How much effort, how much money does she need to raise in order to write that statement? I'll wait. Not a bit, not a dime. How much would it have taken her to pick up her phone and make a statement and put it on TikTok, put it on Instagram, put it on Twitter? And before you tell me that, oh, that's not all political and that's not all professional, please pump the brakes. The young lady is a very young woman. That's her cohort. That's how her cohort rocks. She would get a much better base of people that way than she would putting out a document. But I told her that already. I said, we would help you do that at my studio. We would help her create content that would reach a base of people that understood, that they got down with that digital content. They don't want readings. They don't want pamphlets. They don't want flyers put in their mailbox. They want, put out a TikTok, put out an Instagram post, put out a Twitter post, so on and so forth. But it don't take anything. That's the thing. You've gotten comfortable excusing bad behavior and weak, lackluster effort that you're not even willing to say, yeah, it didn't take much to do that. This could have been done sitting at the dinner table. This statement right here did not take 19 lawyers to write. It didn't. It didn't take 10 editors to edit. It didn't take anybody graphic to do any of that stuff. It's just a Google Doc PDF with her logo at the top. Stop it. Just stop it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm here, dear woke Christian. This is a safe place. The live chat is safe as well. And you know what? We're here to be a safe place to help you out. We'll help you wipe your Courtney Kramer tears. and prepare yourself because she's going to get shellacked. That's just reality. Fonnie Willis is a meme. Fonnie Willis is a name. Fonnie Willis is an incumbent, and you cannot convince me that you really believe that a no name. Because y'all, a lot of y'all didn't know who she was until this document came out. Just stop playing with me. Just quit it. You didn't know who she was until this document came out. Matter of fact, in the video, I even said, like, who's she running against? Who's Fonnie running against? Because the week before, that's the video came from a week before, I put that out there and I asked people, we've been talking about Courtney Kramer for a long time. Matter of fact, if you just clicked onto this video, that preview short, that's from like early June. I put that out. And again, Fonnie Willis is a machine. I mean, she's already the incumbent. Like her or not, she is the current DA of Fulton County. Tell me how you want me to believe. And I'll just sit here and believe what you want me to believe. Tell me why you want me to believe that a young lady who has no name, who has no accomplishments under her belt, who has no platform is going to beat somebody who is the current incumbent. I'll wait. Not a thing. Not a thing. That's the problem. I offered to her, I said, I will, for a small nominal fee, I will absolutely allow you to record in my studio and we will help you with all of your content. We helped her put out a format for a live stream so she could do live stream interactions and such. And of course, digital content and shorts and all that kind of stuff like that. And the crickets still reign. And it's over now because I got other things to do. But I'm just saying, yeah, miss me with that. Miss me with that. I'm gonna go through these comments. Let's see what we got. Let's see what the people are saying about DWC. But again, before you jump before you get in here with your thunder fingers, and it still allows you opportunity to delete ignorant comments. I don't want Fonnie Willis to be DA of Fulton County. I am just not insane to believe that this young lady has the ability to unseat an incumbent. That's all I'm saying. Let's keep going. Let's go. Okay, see, this is it. See, Shara, this is my sister from another mister. Shara says this, as soon as the primaries were over, Courtney Kramer should have been with her face everywhere, but she did absolutely nothing. You can't unseat an incumbent being this lazy and incompetent. I'm just looking for the lie. If y'all could, just let me know where the lie is, because I don't see it. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this going. Yeah, don't send me. I don't care anymore at this point. I just read it to you. You don't got to send me the press release anymore. I don't care. If after reading this with me, you still believe that this is the great hope for Fulton County, okay, then you need to get out there and get your people mobilized. Because at the current moment, I see no reason to believe that. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. I'm just not believing that. What's going on, Ebo, all the way from Australia? Are you voting for Courtney Kramer? I mean, let me know if you do. I mean, we'll send you what's called ballot. What's that ballot called? We'll send you a mail-in ballot. We're gonna get you with some postage on it. Get back over here. I don't live in the area, but what happens there affects everywhere. I know nothing about. I agree. There's a lot of problems with this. I mean, Fulton County is the largest county in Georgia. It's a bellwether for a lot of things around it and such like that. So of course, Gwinnett's going to be impacted, and Clayton County is going to be impacted. Cobb County is going to be impacted. I live in Georgia. I'm right here. I'm down the street, around the corner from Fulton County. Okay, so all those other counties are going to be impacted by what goes on in Fulton County. I agree. Oh, I don't think you're a Courtney. I was trying to do an alliteration and I couldn't think of one fast enough and I should have wrote it down. G-Lander. So you good. You good. And hear me. I would love for the truth to be something different. I don't believe that there is a different truth. What Miss Tina say? She could have paid someone to do it for her and went on vacation. The problem is, I think she went on vacation. She forgot to pay somebody to do all this work. She could have. I think that's the problem, in my opinion. I simply provided any info about her that I could find based on your challenge to provide info out there. Yeah, okay. I'm not disagreeing with you. There is information out there about Courtney Kramer. I think maybe because I do have a lot of new people. Please understand, I'm sarcastic as all get out. So when I said who is Courtney Kramer, I know who Courtney Kramer is. I think I've already proven that to y'all. My point is this: most people in Fulton County don't know who Courtney Kramer is. I've been going to Fulton County for the last 3 days. I was in there today. I was there yesterday, and I was there on Wednesday. I ain't seen no sign that said Courtney Kramer. Now, I ain't go through every neighborhood, over the hills and through the woods, but I ain't seen any signs that say Courtney Kramer. I didn't see anything. And Fonnie Willis don't have to worry about it. She knows she's gonna win. That's why you don't see her out there campaigning. I'm sorry. Hey, Rose, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you so much, Rose, for stopping through. 75 years old, and this is the first time I've heard the name. See, that's what I'm saying. And this is the first time, might be in the plus column. Now, hope is something I'm familiar with. And when it comes to Fulton County, I hope for much needed change. And hear me, I would love for Fulton County to change. I just don't think this is it. But let me tell you this right now. I'm welcome to be wrong. I'm open to being wrong. Forgive me. But I don't think I am. Good to see you. Thanks so much, Wealthy Wisdom, saying, I think she did this to get eyes on her because of how popular Fannie is. And once the eyes are on her, she should now come with proper plan and incentives to make Fulton County better. It's strategic. I don't have that kind of hope. I'm sorry. I understand what you're saying. You know what? If it were two candidates that were running for the same position, not an incumbent versus a challenger, but two challengers running for one position. So let's say it was an open seat. Let's say there was an open seat for the DA-ship of Fulton County. I could roll with this, Wealthy Wisdom. I could give you that. But being the fact that Fonnie Willis is actually the DA of Fulton County, I'm sorry, there's no way that you're gonna make me believe that this is strategic. Not with less than 90 days left till the election. I mean, this is effectively September. I mean, we got another 2 weeks, I know, but we're almost in September. In October, we do early voting in Georgia like last week. So she really, really, really doesn't even have a good 6 weeks left. I'm sorry. Okay. I there's no reason to believe that. Okay, let's keep this going. Let's keep going. Bora says this. Her website is devoid of platform depth. Oh my gosh. It's on my notes right here. It's on my notes, I promise you. The platform, the website is platform deficient. If all of this information that I was looking for here on this document right here was on her platform, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation. But it's not. She's going to get beat. I'm just going to say it. And my name is Jason, dearwokesy@gmail.com. But she's going to get beat. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, I didn't finish everything you said. This press release was not even on her website. I forgot that. Oh, it's not even on her website. It's just on Twitter. So again, what effort did it take to put that on there? Like literally, my guy, you could make this on a Google Doc sitting on the train. You could have made this in a Google Doc. You could have wrote this up, put your logo at the top and made this and been done with it. And then put a tweet out saying, hey, follow me on my website to see what I think about this. Nothing would have stopped her. So please don't tell me you need money in order to just put out a tweet. Please don't tell me that. Do not tell me that. Y'all are better. Y'all are better than that. Courtney could have posted it for free on every social media platform. Come on, Bora. Come on. Okay. There you go. I'm just saying, she's going to get beat. DearWokesy@gmail.com. There is so much material available for her to comment on, but all I hear are crickets. There you go, man. I'm just saying, people, hear me again. She's going to get beat. All right. What does retired say? Did Courtney Kramer wait until the new judge and sees that it's going south for the DA's office and then decide to step in? That's an interesting philosophy theory. I'm just saying. Like, where was all this energy 2 weeks ago? Where was all this energy during the recusal fiasco? Where was all this energy? I mean, there's been shootings and robberies and break-ins and all that kind of shenanigans happening. The only thing going on in Georgia is not, in Fulton County, is not the YSL trial. I'm just saying. I mean, there's other things. Just saying. And listen, look, I mean, Gladiator Girl, Kramer's had so many opportunities to get in front of the media. You don't even need the media. You create your own media. You have your own media conglomerate in your hand. You have, I'm sorry, you're not going to convince me that you cannot get on front of a camera. I told y'all this. All you got to do is just get 3 of your best friends with their iPhones to stream you standing in front of the Fulton County Jail and say that there are men here in Fulton County Jail that are being held hostage. And if you hire me as DA, I will get them out by day 2 of my position. Catch me outside. And then do the exact same thing about the audit, exact same thing about judicial misconduct, whatever it is that you want to talk about. Stand outside Lenox Mall and talk about this place is not safe anymore. Lenox Mall used to be the place to go. It was the mall to be seen. It was the mall to go and hang out and meet people and see flashy cars and politicians and artists and athletes. Now you got to go in there through metal detectors and dogs and stuff, and police walk around with AKs. What in the world is that? Who wants that? Courtney could have easily, and you do not even waste your time. Your finger movement, you'll never get that back. Don't waste your time trying to tell me that you need money to just talk about that. Don't even waste your time. Your time is wasted. Don't waste your time. Who is she? That's a great question. Courtney Kramer is a young lady that's running against Fani Willis here in Fulton County. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Yeah, there's people rotting in jail over this nonsense. And you could be, now she does talk about that in her article. And now let me be fair. She does talk about it in here. That's perfectly fine. Respect that you acknowledge that that's an injustice. I agree. But baby, there's other injustices. That's the thing. And where was all this energy 2 weeks ago? Did you have this energy? I mean, don't you dare tell me it took you 2 weeks to write this, because we're not going to lie like that. We're not lying to DWC no more. We're not lying anymore. Stop that. Where was this energy? Where was it? That's all I'm saying. I believe you don't like that, but you are far from the truth. Okay. I don't know what that means, Tyrese, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Hey, shout out to Phil for having Courtney on the show tomorrow. Okay. I'll probably fall through and say what's up. I mean, but that's neither here nor there. Maybe I'll just go to Sunday night service. I don't know. It's 6 o'clock. I'm really not. I don't care, because she's gonna get beat. I'm sorry. Yeah, and like I could go spend time and worship the Lord with my church family tomorrow night. I think I might. See, but this is the only problem. And hear me, PC. I'm not trying to be disagreeable. What does he say? This is just one letter. Give her a chance. Give her a chance. We see how DA Willis is running Fulton County. She won't even release the financial records for Fulton County taxpayers to see where the money is going. I agree 100%. I'm not disagreeing with anything that you said. The only problem is Courtney Kramer is not going to be the DA to do that. You do understand. You just use DA Willis. We all know who you're talking about. Nobody's going to say DA Kramer, because they're going to be like, what city is that in? What state is that? She doesn't have any name recognition, PC. She doesn't have any momentum behind her. Everybody's running behind this little letter as if it's the great hope, but it's not. It's not. I've been talking about this since early April, easily. And I'm not new to this. I've been saying that Courtney Kramer should have been on her grind, because Fani Willis was not. She should have, as soon as Fani Willis beat Christian Y. Smith, the next day Courtney Kramer should have brought a deluge, because now she knows who's going to be her opponent. She's done nothing Please understand that. Y'all are giving yourselves false hope. She's done nothing. Put out a press release. Please understand that took nothing to do that. And please understand, all this information that she's bringing up was true last week. It was true the week before. None of this is new stuff, information. So she could have put this out during the whole recusal fiasco. When Woody got held, when Woody said, I plead the fifth, and when Glanville was going to throw Steele in jail, she could have still, all this information was true then. Because you do realize that none of the information in the YSL trial is new. Y'all do know that, right? All this information is the same information that Paul Howard, who was Fonnie Willis's DA, when she was ADA, this is the same information. I'm just saying. I've shot her emails, I've sent her texts, and we've talked on the phone. And if any of that stuff had been different, Bora Bora, I would be telling you that. I'm not lying to you. Nothing has changed. And hear me. I do agree that there's zero can. Hear me. I think Courtney Kramer it could have been a viable candidate. It's the fact that we're not on the same level. They're not on the same level. So it's going to take more effort for Courtney Kramer to get to the same level as Fonnie Willis. That's all it is. I'm not calling any shade on any of her credentials. I'm not calling any shade on her, any of that stuff. I'm just saying that the effort put into winning this race has been lackluster at best. Wait, I challenge you to provide what that of your so-called Fonnie campaign message if she had anything. I challenge you to rewrite what you wrote. How about that? And matter of fact, if you want to, if writing is too hard, Tyrese, why don't you, here, you can jump on the chat. Here, I'll drop the link in the chat right here. You're welcome, bro. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what you're saying, or maybe there's a language issue. That's perfectly fine. You can jump in the chat. All I ask is that your camera stays on. I ask that your language be profane free, and I ask that you stay on topic. But yeah, whatever you're talking about, I'll put a star here and I'll come back to it. Maybe if you want to explain what you're saying, or you wrote it a little differently, whatever. I want everybody to be scrutinized. As I told y'all before, I want a good competition. I don't want a lackluster. I want a good scrap. I want a good scrap. I want a good competition between two candidates that are equally able to beat the other candidate. At this current moment, we're not watching that. Fonnie Willis is going to shellac that poor girl. I'm sorry. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I don't know how you're going to prove me wrong because she's going to get shellacked. Yeah, see, this is my question. Why couldn't she post all summer? The summer's almost over. Why has she not been posting all summer? She could have been posting every now and then. She would retweet somebody's comment. But again, even this, here's something to think about. Why is she always interviewed on national stage? Why is she not interviewing with local Fultonites, Fulton County residents? There are countless radio stations and podcasts right here in Fulton County that she could have been. I know this crazy dude in Marietta who offered to her his studio that she could have done a live broadcast. I mean, and fairly reasonable guy, man. Just a really nice guy, was really open to allow her and her whole team to come use the studio as they needed. Of course, small nominal fee, but even more than that, I know the guy that was willing to give him a whole studio to work from. Man, that'd be powerful. I got you. No, I appreciate it. I'll say, apparently she put on X that she took the summer off to get ready. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. There you go. So now we know where she's been. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got. Did I miss something? Did anybody hear me? I'm not trying to be funny. Did anybody hear me say that she should not be running? In the chat, real quick. I'm not trying to be ugly, Robin, but baby, I need y'all to listen to what I'm saying. I need y'all to listen. I ain't say nothing that rhymed with that woman does not have the right to run. I ain't say a thing that reminded you of that. So please stop that. Please stop. Who said that? What Jason said that to y'all? The other Jason? Which Jason? Please stop. I'm not for that today. AI lawyer. Okay. I think you already asked this question. I think I've already answered it. Mimi, thank you so much, though. Fonnie won her primary, right? So this is the general election that's coming up in November, November 5th. General election. The Fulton County residents will be voting for a DA along with president and all that kind of stuff like that. Yeah. Fonnie got a truckload of confidence because she knows she's effectively running unopposed. I don't think we're putting that into proper perspective. She's effectively running unopposed. I understand, but I'm just saying. Tyrese, baby, my guy, please understand. You must be new to the. That's what it is. Oh, that's what it is. You're new to this channel. What I need you to do, Tyrese, I'm gonna need you to just go ahead and you can go ahead and tap out. You're welcome to go down my playlist and you tell me. Just look at the thumbnails and tell me I don't talk about Fonnie Willis. Please tell me. Please tell me. So I'm not gonna even dignify this with a response. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you an opportunity to actually give you an opportunity, Tyrese, to go actually watch the content because you're actually talking reckless and you're not talking about anything that that I'm even saying. You're talking about stuff that I think you might be talking to somebody else on the phone maybe, and you're just like commenting in my chat, but you're gonna have to go ahead and just go do something different, my guy, because that's not it. Is it? Well, hold on a second. Is that my guy? Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, real quick. I just saw my good friend, the lead attorney. Where is that? I just saw lead up in here. And he said something I'm all for. I support this message. Where did lead go? Oh my goodness. There he is right there. There he is right there. What's up, lead? Good to see you, man. Thank you so much. For DA, I want to vote for Westmoreland. Y'all put lead attorney in the chat. Come on. I am all here for Westmoreland. I met her this week. And let me tell y'all, that is a sharp woman. I like her. Yes, if I would move to Fulton County so I could vote for all the way here from Cobb, I would move my little happy family all the way down the street, around the corner, so we can get inside the Fulton County line, so I can vote for Westmoreland. Now, if you're not familiar with who Miss Westmoreland is, she's the young lady. I believe she works with Harvey on the YSL trial. I forgot who the defendant is that she supports and is co-counsel for. But every time she stands up, she speaks with such clarity and such authority. And my goodness, in the morning, when they contrast, matter of fact, I have a video coming up tomorrow. I might drop that tonight, comparing Miss Westmoreland and ADA Love. It is night and day different. I am with you, lead. Amen. Yes, sir. I am with you right there. I like her, man. She's smart, and she also went to the University of Georgia. Matter of fact, that's probably how you know her, Lee. She went to UGA, and man, just a smart lady. I like her a lot. All right. Let's see. We got, you know what? My brother from another, my Morehouse brother, Willie Dockman, stopped up in here. There we go. Thank you, Willie Dock, for the $2 super chat. He says, a hit dog will holler. And you're right. Y'all go ahead and just flood the chat with Lead. That's my guy. Thank you so much, Lead. Hey, let me say this again. This is a fantastic content creator. He has taught me so much. about how to do live streams, how to do content, and most importantly, how to address this legal law tube space. So I want to say again, hats off to lead attorney. He's been a fantastic mentor, even from a distance. And you know what? He's here in Atlanta. We need to change that, Lee. We need to bring the distance a little closer. But he's been a fantastic resource for myself and others out here in this YouTube space. So thank you so much, Lee, for stopping through. I appreciate you, brother. All right, what we got here? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a hater, but I'm just like, come on. What is the evidence that you're using to help you to say Courtney Kramer is going to beat Fonnie Willis? I'm just waiting. Yeah, I look, and I got look. If Courtney Kramer called me right now, I'd pick up the phone. I'd talk to her. Well, I'm talking to y'all, but if we need to talk tomorrow or whatever, absolutely. I got no ill will at all. I will tell her the absolute unabridged truth that I don't believe that she's going to win. I will say that again. I've made it very clear on this channel the ideas that I believe would help because I see lots of holes and chinks in the armor of Fonnie Willis. I've said this before, and I got zero issue, no shame about it at all. DearWokesee@gmail.com. If you got an issue, concern, or complaint, please email management. I need to hear her answer, not the answer that pleases me. Okay, I got you. Okay, she did it. Okay, show me. I'm not saying that she has not done any interviews. She did one for, I think, Atlanta News First. That was early on when she first positioned herself. But these are not policy interviews. But again, just stop and think what you're doing. You're saying that she needs, you literally have a media in your hand. You hold all of the media outlets at your disposal right here in your hand. You can you can do a video and tag everybody to it. All of them, 11 Alive and Atlanta News First and WSB and all the radio stations, all of the outlets. You can do it right from your phone. What is impeding her from doing that? Don't make excuses for laziness. Stop it. Don't do it. I'm not going to disagree with that, Jackie. Jackie says maybe she's working with Fonnie, just giving false hope. I'm not going to argue with that. I don't think that's a crazy idea. Oh, there's Lead again. Thank you again, Lead. Appreciate you, brother. Am I loud and wrong? Or am I loud and wrong? Because, I try my best not to be loud and wrong. I'm usually wrong. Try not to be loud about it, though. Yeah, if you want to come through, Tyrese, holler at your boy, man. Jump on the stream, man. Just make sure your camera's on. Make sure we don't use any profanity and we stay on topic. I'd love to talk with you about this. Make sure I'm not going crazy. It's been said before a time or two that I'm crazy. Absolutely, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lead. All right, let's see. And hear me. I'm not saying that, and you have not heard me disparage Courtney Kramer's credentials, if that's what we're talking about. I'm not disparaging her credentials. I'm only saying that her effort and her tenacity and her scrappiness to take down a juggernaut is not there. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Hat tip to Courtney Kramer. I'm not saying that she's not a good attorney. I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve to run. I'm not saying that she's unqualified. I'm not saying any of that stuff. Jason has not said that. What I have said is that the effort put behind it is not there. And I'm not interested in it. Well, thank you, Robin. Listen. No, I hear me. Everybody is able to share their thoughts. Just don't impose anything that I did not say. And grace and peace. I'm glad that you've enjoyed the channel, and we'll be back at it, Lord willing, tomorrow, and definitely on Monday. Yeah, Westmoreland, man, is a breath of fresh air. My channel loves Miss Westmoreland. We call her Lil Sis. We love her. We absolutely do. Gianna said I would move from Michigan to vote for her. That's See, that's what I'm talking about. Lots of good energy. Yeah. I, I, I'm telling you right now, if you all like, and again, I'm not a Westmoreland stan, but you can call me whatever you want to. My wife is right there in the kitchen, in the living room. If you like hearing her talk on the screen, in person is just as crisp and clear. She just sounds like a really great person. I hope to have her on like an interview. I'd love to talk to her about that. She runs circles around Love and Hilton. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't argue with that. I agree with you 100%. If it were possible to agree more, I would agree even more. If Lee wants to jump on, Lee can jump on. Lee, you got the link is right there in the chat if you would like to, if you're able, sir. He might be up to something. I mean, it is Saturday night. If he wants to jump through, come on through, man. I would love to talk with you. Absolutely. What's going on? Thank you, James, for coming through. James Jones, good to see you. Good to see you, Tan, as well. Thank you. You know what? We might be able to make that happen. Let's get through this week. I got a new driver here in the house, so we got a couple things coming up with that. So, hey, Foco, that could happen. Absolutely. What is Expose said? Lead. I stream you both at the same time, so you both can get the likes and the engagement. Well, there you go. Thank you. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Uh, I don't disagree with that at all. But see, okay, watch this. Ashley Merchant. Let's use that as an example. When I saw the name Ashley, I already put Merchant to it. I already knew who you were talking about. She already has name recognition. She already has momentum, if you will. If Ashley Merchant rolled up here and said, I'm running for district attorney of Fulton County, the momentum was already there. She's already for lack of a better term, a one namer. Just like you have Fonnie, you have Ashley. And everybody would have known who she is. If you said Fonnie and Courtney, who's Courtney? See, Ashley already has momentum behind her. This is almost equals. Dare I say they might be out of balance. I think Ashley might be a little bit more popular, actually, than Fonnie in some degree, shape, or form. But you understand my point. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is I want Courtney to be a one-namer. Because you got to be a one-namer to get into this ring with Fonnie. Let's just tell the truth. All right. My concern is anybody coming in, not having access to all the facts and immediately making a definitive decision. Okay, I'm with you there. I can understand that. Yeah, salute. What about Kayla for DA? I don't know about that one. I don't know. I mean, Kayla, I mean, I would, I'm not 100% certain. I think that, I, I don't think she has that. I don't think she has the ability, Black law student, to combat the juggernaut, which is Fonnie Willis. Oh man, come on. You live all the way in New Orleans? Come on. But hey, we'll let you have it nonetheless. Yeah, I mean, Westmoreland, look, I think this chat would be voting for Westmoreland over Fonnie or Courtney. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I think it's fair to say Westmoreland could very well have a little bit more momentum. That's all I'm saying. Like the household nameism, the ability to drive interest and so forth. That's all I'm looking for. I'm not trying to say that. I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve to run. Not saying that she's lesser. Not saying that she doesn't qualify. Because we haven't talked about her qualification. You've heard me say nothing about her skills and abilities, how long she's been an attorney. None of that. Because that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about whether or not she has the ability to unseat Fonnie Willis. I mean, I just want, because I live here in Cobb County, and I know others, I think some others that are in the chat, I don't want to say who. I know some others that live in Fulton County that are Fulton County residents. And I've taught in Fulton County. Again, I live just down the street from Fulton County. I want Fulton County people to be safe too. I want them to flourish. I want them to have a vibrant, for crying out loud, man. I want Lenox Mall to be safe again. Make Lenox safe again. Okay. And at the current moment, that's not what they're experiencing. They're paying taxes and they're getting less benefit from those taxes as relates to safety, whether it's about the security of their county. And that's not, to me, Fonnie's just the figurehead of that, but there's a lot of problems. And in my opinion, Courtney Kramer doesn't address those problems, and she doesn't have a platform to show how are you going to deal with these car break-ins and these. I mean, there's other gangs, by the way, besides YSL. What are you doing with those? What's your strategy? I mean, come on. So it's just those kind of things like that to me. It's just like you're spinning your wheels talking about only YSL, because once you do away with YSL, what's your next move? What's the next game plan? No, I saw the interview with Professor Nez, and I got zero issue with Ashley Merchant. I think she's a fantastic. I mean, literally, her office is a few miles away from my studio, just like Phil's office is like a block and a half from my studio. I got no problem with Ashley at all, none at all. I think she's a fantastic lawyer. I think she comes across very clear and concise. Got nothing but respect for them. I got respect for Courtney. I just don't think Courtney has demonstrated her willingness to want to win this race. I mean, I did a whole video outlining how she could take the 5 things that Fonnie Willis is really strong at, that she leans on all the time. She leans on her being a woman. She leans on being a black woman, and a couple other things off the top of my head. I can't remember off the top of my head. And I outlined how Courtney Kramer can remove all that, remove those 5 pillars of Fonnie Willis's strength and make them actually liabilities to her. Oh, thank you, friend. Okay, got you. All right, y'all. These hand signal thing, y'all are not y'all are not letting these people get away with these hand signals. I've seen it. I've seen it. I talk with my hands, so I can't judge people for that. I do move my hands a lot when I talk. But I did see what people are seeing, so I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm not saying that they really didn't do it. It's just I don't know. I talk with my hands, so I'm trying to be gracious to people. Because again, dark prayers. What does dark prayers say? A single cell phone has more. Y'all, dark prayer be coming. I don't know where you be coming from, dark prayers. I'm glad to have you on the channel, because man, you come through every time you drop a man. I was looking at a video the other day. I said, dark prayer be dropping knowledge. And what did he say right here? He said a single cell phone has more technology than the spacecraft that we sent to the moon in the 60s. There it is right there. And tell me what you need. I just want you to convince me that you could not just turn on your phone and put up a quick tweet, put out a quick Instagram. Just tell me that. Yo, thank you so very much for the super chat from Lady Martin. Thank you so very much. Super sticker. I thank you so much for that. I appreciate you for supporting what we're doing over here. Thank you, friend. Grace and peace. Yeah. Little sis Westmore. I actually told her that we call her that too. I'm just asking for the rules to be enforced, because if they're not, they're just aspirational. Amen. I mean, she said it, and it was a banger. Absolutely. How long are the odds for Kramer? In 2020, Biden won Georgia by a margin of 2%, but beat Trump in Fulton County that year by nearly 3-1. That's what I'm saying. Like there's got to be a little bit more. And see, this is the thing. I believe, hear me. This is crazy. I believe that anybody can lose at any time. I make a lot of mentions to mixed martial arts. I enjoy watching mixed martial arts. I believe that any champion can be beat by any body. It's always just a matter of who has the best game plan and the best execution of said game plan. So anybody, I mean, a champion who doesn't train can get upset by an up and comer, a second tier athlete, if that athlete has trained and has a good game plan. And in my opinion, Fonnie Willis is a champion, and we have a second tier opponent that maybe has never gone into championship rounds before. And championship rounds are 5 rounds, 5 3-minute rounds. Most mixed martial arts are 3-minute rounds. I'm sorry, 3. So that being the case, did I say 3 minutes? I'm sorry. They're 5-minute rounds. So total, right. So, but most undercards or non-championship rounds are only 3. So once you cross over into the 4th round, it's called you're going into championship rounds. And this is usually the deep water that most opponents have never been in. At this current moment, Courtney Kramer is in championship rounds. You got less than 90 days. Let's just be honest. You got weekends and so on and so forth. I'm being gracious to say you got 10 weeks. I don't even think that really is that long. You in championship round territory, dear. And I'm not certain that you won the last 3 rounds. So you actually have to knock out your opponent in these rounds, because otherwise you're going to go into November 5th and you're going to get shellacked. If it goes to the judges, you're going to get shellacked. There's no reason for me to believe otherwise. So let's see here. What does Black Law Student say? Why the YSL case? I agree. What about the Cop City RICO? Why not the Trump RICO? Why the YSL RICO? Trying to buy the black vote? I don't know. But again, like, it just seems a little bit problematic to me. The water's already chummed. The sharks are circling. Hey, everybody's talking about it. Everybody sees the problem with the YSL trial. Everybody has a problem with the YSL trial to some degree, shape, or form. So therefore, it's easier. No, not a lot of people are talking here in Atlanta. Not a lot of people are talking about Cop City. Not a lot of people are talking about, I don't think many people are talking about the Trump trial at all. Even though, I mean, it's still a reality, but I don't think a lot of people are, you don't see it. It's not every day. People are not streaming 8-9 hours about the Trump trial or the Cop City or whatever. I mean, this is just the one that has captured everybody's attention, in my opinion. Am I doing too much? Is he trying to trick me? Willie, is he trying to trick me? we might have to work that out, lead. Absolutely. What's going on, Kristen? Good to see you. Grace and peace. All the way from Alaska. Ashley Merchant said in an interview yesterday that Professor Nez that she enjoys being a defense attorney and has no desire to run for Fulton. Right. I was only saying, PC, that she has that name recognition. People, like, even here, when you said Ashley initially, everybody knew who you were talking about, Ashley Merchant. Before they even had the Professor Nez or anything like that, when you say Ashley, people know who you're talking about. When somebody says lead, a lot of people know who we're talking about. And that's all I'm saying. Courtney is not name recognition yet. And I feel if she had gotten after Fonnie and got in Fonnie's tail after the primary, she could be name recognition right now. People would know Courtney, just like everybody's talking about her now because she put out that statement. Nothing impeded her from putting out that statement the day after Fonnie Willis won the primary. That would have caused a whole bunch of havoc. That would have caused a bunch of havoc if she had put that out the day after. If she had gone and stood outside of Fulton County Jail and said, in this jail are 300 men that have not been indicted, have not been charged. You hire me to be DA and I'm getting them out day one. That would have caused havoc. If she had did a press conference outside of some independent auditor and said, the day that I become DA of Fulton County, we are going to start an independent third-party audit of the finances of Fulton County. All FOIA requests will be honored and all news outlets will have access to the findings. That would have caused havoc. In Fulton County. Hey, she had to go on vacation. I understand. Ashley would be funny. It would be decided. I mean, good. I'm not trying to change the trajectory of life or, call Ashley out of, from what she feels called to do. I'm just saying she would have her way. She would have her way. Y'all put Brandon in 0-second time out right now. We are not crazy over here, Brandon. No. You're out of here. 0-second time out. All right. Yeah, I mean, just see, James is in Fulton. I want James to be safe. I don't know James from a can of paint. He looked like he might be my brother from another. I want James to be safe. I want James's tax money, whether it be in sales or property tax or gas tax, I want that money to be properly used there to keep James and his family, his concerns safe. That's it. That's it. And Courtney Kramer had the possibility of wreaking havoc on Fonnie Willis, havoc on her by just pointing these things out, being a fresh face, a new voice that shows tenacity. I mean, when I interviewed Amanda Timpson and she explained the gang prevention center that Fonnie Willis has not funded, Fonnie Willis has scuttled. If Courtney Kramer had stood, because remember, that's in a very highly melanated community. That you trying to tell me that opening up a trade school that would teach young black men and young children in general how to do something with their hands besides pull triggers and stick up people would not have been a blessing to that community. But Fonnie Willis is trying to defeat gangs and not do anything for gangs. That's all Courtney Kramer had to say. Courtney Kramer could did she could have did a press conference, because I've actually driven by the place. I know where it is. She could have did a press conference outside of the gang prevention center that Fonnie Willis has scuttled and just said, within my first 90 days, this center will be opened. Catch me outside. That's all she had to do. I'm just here. I'm just here to cause trouble. YSL, I mean, whether YSL is a gang or not, that's not the only thing. The way people present it is like that's the only thing going wrong in Fulton County. If you live in Fulton County, you know there's other things that are wrong in Fulton County. What we got here? I got you right there. She who must not be named. What do we have right here? Okay, lots of good. I see lots of good family reunion going on. I love the conversations going on between different people in the chat. Always love to see that. Love that. All right, let's see. Yeah, I did hear that as well, James. It did sound like Woody was about to talk about another ex parte, but that, let's just tell the truth, man. Y'all, come on. Y'all, come on. This is story time with Wit. Let's just be honest. That doggone case is a dumpster fire. That case, I don't know. I don't know what them people done did. At this stage of the game, DA Love and Hilton got me thinking I'm the one that did the crimes. Okay, I'm got my Atlanta must be stopped shirt. They got me thinking I need to be stopped. This case is so convoluted. I did a video explaining how, as a former classroom teacher, by the way, you might not know, I'm a former classroom teacher, and how being a classroom teacher, you have to have your lesson plans in order because you have a goal at the end of this thing, right? I would love for them to help me understand what is your goal in this? What is your goal here? Because I had some serious principals who would have been like, ma'am, you got to stop this. Like let's stop, and call them to the office and said, Hilton, what are you talking about? Love, where are you going? Where are you going? So I just think that there's a lot of room there. So my point in saying that is this case is completely and totally out of control. And I thought Judge Whitaker was going to bring it in, rein it in. I personally don't think that she's done that. Not saying she's not capable, but she is not holding the DA's feet to the fire like she holds the defense. And there's some instances where it's just outright glaring. Like, just stop. It's not Steele's fault. It's not Shard's fault. It is Love Hilton Atkins' fault that this has gone off the rails. I'm sorry. There's no other way around it. So, yeah, we will see. But and then they off all this week too. Like, what in the world? Julie Holmes, I go to sleep every now and then. I do. I promise you. See, and this is it. This is the summation of this entire rant. What did discernment file say? Incumbents always have the advantage of name recognition. That's it. All I got to do is say Fonnie, and y'all know who I'm talking about. If I say Willis, y'all not going to think about different strokes. You're not going to say, what you talking about, Willis? You know I'm talking about Fonnie. If I say Kramer, somebody said, Kramer, you talking about the guy from, is it Seinfeld? Is that what it was? I said, that's hilarious because I kind of think I know who that person is. But you see what I'm saying? Nobody's thinking about Courtney Kramer. That's the problem. That's all. Again, I'm not mad at her. Oh no, Courtney slept through the 3 rounds. She could have, when she was fresh and Fonnie had just gotten done with, uh, taking a little bit, taking a couple of dings from Christian Wise Smith, not much. Remember the whole Fonnie didn't come to the debate, and Fonnie, where are you? There was a little bit of dings there, but once she won that primary, Courtney Kramer should have been on her tail from the word go. For the next morning, she should have dropped a whole slew of tweets, a whole bunch of ads, a whole bunch of comments. I mean, it is what it is now. It's over now. So I'm not saying that she can't win. I'm just saying she's not going to win. All right. No argument there. I'm just reading through the comments, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Willie Doc, you've been upgraded, man. You got to upgrade, brother. You got the power now. There's lots of good commentary back and forth. I'm always glad. To see the commentary back and forth. I call it the family reunion. I always appreciate it. Like Fonnie doesn't have to move. That's the thing, B. What has been Fonnie's next moves? I don't think she has to do anything. I'm just gonna pick a fight here. She's running unencumbered. She's running unopposed, forgive me. She ain't gotta do anything. She can just sit there and coast through. Okay. Nick said he's born and raised in Fulton County. And I want Nick Poole to be safe. I'm just saying that. I don't know Nick Poole. Looks like a nice dresser right there. I want Nick Poole to be safe. And that's it. There's other things besides YSL. So when Courtney's dropping these statements, and if she don't drop another statement saying, hey, this is how I'm going to protect Fulton, how I'm going to deal with the break-ins. This is how I'm going to deal with the drug trade. This is how we're going to deal with the S trafficking. If she doesn't do that, then miss me. Miss me. The YSL trial eventually is going to end. Hopefully sooner than later. What you going to do next? What you going to do about Peachtree Street? Have you been to Underground Atlanta? Oh my gosh. Right down the street from the Fulton County courthouse? That is, look, that place is scary. That place is scary. Well, what are you going to do? Because that's going to be on your watch, Courtney. You do understand that there's going to be other things that you're going to be responsible for. It's not going to just be YSL every day. Again, Cop City, you got the Trump trial, you got all these other things, break-ins and robberies and carjackings and all these kind of things like that. What's going to be your strategy? I'm waiting. All right, let's see what we got. I agree. Fulton deserves better. I think Fulton County should run better candidates, though. Or at least, if you're going to run, get in there to win. There's no reason that Courtney Kramer is not a one-namer by now. There's no reason. Thank you, James. I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. There's no reason. I can't say this enough, and I hope I'm not sounding like just imbecilic by stating it again. You have the ability to overcome, I dare say, any kind of obstacle literally in your hand. All you do is turn that camera on and go for it. I'm sorry. There's no way. You can't convince me that you need a 9-piece film crew in order to do a video explaining outside of the gang prevention center how you want to make this community safer. I'm sorry. Sure, there's a production value. Sure, you want to make sure it's high quality. I don't disagree with that. But do you have to have it? That was my question. Do you have to? Because I mean, for all intents and purposes, I'm shooting this with a Samsung Galaxy S8. That could be what I'm shooting this with right now. It's not, but I can make a Samsung Galaxy look that good. That's my point. You don't need all that. Absolutely. Oh, Nurse Fancy came in. Oh no, don't not Umar. Oh my gosh, Umar. That's school. Oh, that's school. Oh my gosh. That thing right there. I'm sorry. Look, Umar Johnson cracks me up. He cracks me all the way up because he stay begging for that school, and he's giving no receipts. Now, I do want to say something. He said something about Ricky Smiley and Steve Harvey that I was like, I can't find a way to disagree with him. He's right on the money. He was on his game. I agree with him. But Umar, what about your school, my guy? Thank you so much for that, Nurse Fans. That was a blessing. I'm sorry, Lamar. Nobody's beating it right now. Nobody's beating it right now. Okay, opening the gang prevention center would take too much effort, real effort, by I think you're saying Christian Wise. Is that Christian Wise Smith or Fonnie Willis? Or either way, they had a grant to help them pay for it, though. That was the thing. They had a grant that would help them do that. And it was basically, for lack of a better term, it's a trade school with welding and woodworking and auto mechanics, things that get your hands dirty the right way, right? Not get your hands dirty out there doing crimes and stick ups, but your hands dirty turning a wrench. And she scuttled it. She scuttled it. So I did the whole video with Amanda Timpson, who's the Fulton County whistleblower on Fonnie Willis. And it's really sad because, again, gang prevention is a big thing, or gang activity is a big thing in Fulton County. And a gang prevention center would have been really a blessing to that community. See, B coming in there. I don't even know who B is, but B giving some good questions. What has Fonnie done to address those other issues in Fulton? Uh-oh. We don't ask those kind of questions over here. We just pretend like Fonnie's doing everything right. No, listen. I have said it, Nurse Fancy. Fonnie can be defeated. She can. I think the time to beat Fonnie was in May, right when she won the primary. Actually, she should have been cranking it up before then, in my opinion. But right when she had just come off the victory, the primary, that's when she was most vulnerable, in my opinion. Because helping people to see that they have buyer's remorse and FOMO, like, oh, you just bought the worst time to look at a car is when you just bought a car. Because you drive down the street and you see another car for sale, like, oh, I could have got a better deal, or man, that one looks nicer than mine. And you realize that your car has lost value because you're driving it and you're registered. So that's the best time to really pile on the FOMO, pile on the buyer's remorse and so forth, because the ultimate sale is still November 5th. So you could still get tons of people to get that FOMO if she had done that. No, I appreciate the comment though. Thank you so much. Yeah, listen to what, and Nick lives in Fulton County. Believe it or not, murder and robbery way worse right now. Fonnie ain't did nothing. I mean, y'all let that sit there. Y'all let that sit there. And again, I'm not saying that YSL, I'm not saying speaking on whether or not YSL is a gang or whether or not it's bad or anything of that nature. But if those men are in jail and this gentleman is saying that crime and murder and robberies are up, are we using our time and resources to the best of our ability? I'm just wondering. I mean, there's other people in jail for the YSL that don't even have attorneys. They don't even have attorneys. And they're sitting in jail waiting. Thank you so much, Jerome Street. Thank you so much, brother. I'm glad you like the shirt. Atlanta must be stopped. Absolutely. They want to keep the jobs at the expense of their legacy. I'm going to say it like this, and I'm here to pick a fight. They're trying to keep their jobs at the expense of disposable black men. Oh, Jason, did you have to do that? I sure did. These men are disposable to them. They're not, they're just dudes. They're just dudes. They got face tattoos and they got dreadlocks. Y'all know I don't like dreadlocks. They got dreadlocks, they got face tattoos. They don't speak very clear English. They're drill rappers and mumble rappers. Man, I could use them to build my career off of. Man, just throw them in jail and I can become this, that, and the other. I can get this promotion. I can make this move. Just throw them in jail. Just throw them away. They don't matter. They don't matter. That's what they're doing to those men. They don't matter. And they're utilizing them for their career. They're utilizing them for their promotion. They're utilizing them for their next move. Courtney Kramer could have said that. Can you imagine if she said that and called Fonnie out like that and said, look, you're using these men as disposable stepping stones for your next career move? I'm sorry. I'm just here to pick fights. I'm just here to pick a fight. I'm just here to pick a fight. I'm behind, but maybe she's saving money for different political run later. Okay, I don't know how. And I'm sorry, Gen X Boomer. And if somebody's familiar with what's going on or political candidacy, I don't know if you're able to just use money willy nilly. So, like, if I'm running for chief dog catcher and I collect money for chief dog catcher, I don't think I can then like save the money for when I want to run for another position. I don't think you can do that. I don't know how money works like that in financing of political careers. But again, just the point that I was making about Courtney Kramer, she has a very powerful media outlet in her hand, in her purse, in her pocket. Just pick up your phone. Again, like there's just too many ways that you don't have to. Sure, you need money to do certain things and such like that, but ain't nothing stopping you from making a TikTok and every day just talk about different parts of Fulton County that you want to make safe. Like the fact that I don't let my wife buy gas because Fulton County is just that ragged. I have to get gas here where we live before she goes anywhere near Fulton County because I don't want her ever to have to stop and get gas. That's crazy. How many other husbands do that? How many other husbands don't want their wives that silently pray when their wives pull out of the driveway because they're going into Fulton County or they're going to be close to the city of Atlanta and you just want to be, you're a little bit concerned? How many of them? Courtney Kramer, you dearwokec@gmail.com. Nick said he owns a couple restaurants. Okay, bro, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Nick, if you shoot me an email, dearwokec@gmail.com. Moderators, if you could drop it in, Nick, shoot me an email. Let's see what we can do to support you. Got some good food though. Maybe me and Lee should come over there. There we go. But shoot me an email, dearwokec@gmail.com. I have it right here. Why didn't I do it? All right, here's the email. Bang. All right. Shoot me an email, Nick. I'd love to check it out. All right. Okay. Hey, hey, this is dope. Watch this. Watch this, D. Okay, goofy fanboys. Thug gone been and did all his time in court. Okay, I'm not certain I understand what you're saying, but watch this. Watch this. Gone, been and done all his time in court. Okay, not a problem. Let me ask a question. Has the state proven that though? Let's just say Thug is guilty as today is Saturday, right? The state, have they proven that? Because again, you're not guilty because I don't like you. You're not guilty because you're a mumble rapper. You're not guilty because you have dreadlocks. You're guilty because you've been proven guilty. Has the state done any of that? Somebody said the state case will be wandering for 40 years in the desert. They still got a long way to go. I mean, good night, Bora Bora. Goodness gracious. That's funny, actually. I like that. I'm gonna just tell you this right now. You're probably gonna see this again, and I'm probably not gonna give you any attribution for it. So you might want to go ahead and copyright it or whatever like that, because that's actually pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, lots of good. What you mean, Willis? Okay, that's actually funny too. Y'all coming up in here with us tonight. Y'all stop it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, let's see what we got. We got okay, lots of good stuff. When is the election over with? Is November 5th. So it's is election over with? No, it's not. I can see that. Okay. There's again lots of good commentary in here. I always appreciate. I always appreciate the good back and forth commentary between people. Is always good. I appreciate it. Yeah, but there's just like this little problem. She works in Atlanta, so every now and then, I kind of like the girl going to work, and she likes going to work too. She don't want to sit here and bother with me all the time. I mean, there's definitely some parts. I mean, really, that underground Atlanta. If you're familiar, Atlanta used to have a downtown area called Underground Atlanta, which was a mall that was underground. And when I was in college, it was like it was very close to campus, so we could get over there, a quick walk, a bus ride. Bus took us right by there, all this stuff. And it was a hopping little place. Yo, that place looks like a ghost town now. Cause it was like there was a upstairs, above ground, and then there was a below ground. And everything, it looks like it's all boarded up. I can only imagine the evil and wickedness that's going on down there. But yeah, because it looks scary. But man, it is a ghost town for sure. I hope they ever. I would love for them to be able to open it back up because it was a very touristy place. But I digress. If I had my way to go back to rotary phones, yeah, I could. There's some benefit to a simpler world for sure. Lots of good commentary in the chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like Barry said, Ashley Merchant and Steele are now internationally known and respected attorneys. Like their names matter, and that's all I'm saying. I want Courtney to work on her name recognition and people in Fulton County knowing that she is the one that's going to take Fonnie Willis's job. That's it. I like the way you said that. Very nice. All right, let me see real quick. I like it. Looks like a lot of good stuff. Again, good back and forth. I'm always approving of the back and forth conversation. I don't know, woke. The biggest gang here in Fulton is the APD. Yikes. Okay, then where's the effort to reform and bring to justice the APD that are the rotten apples? Maybe it's the whole thing. I don't know. But again, like there's room for Courtney to explore that and really flesh that out, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't. And hear me, I have not, Jose Guzman. I've said nothing about her credentials. I've said zero about her credentials. I'm not talking about how long she's been an attorney, whether or not I think she has the ability. I'm just saying the ability, because I think any champion can be beat in any time, at any time. It's sometimes the ring is just like that. When you walk into that cage and you shut the door, anything could happen. And in my opinion, Courtney Kramer has not demonstrated that she's prepared enough to drag Fonnie Willis into those championship rounds and come out of there a victor. That's all. Okay, what do we got here? All right, lots of good commentary. What do we got here? I should be a media consultant. Okay. And see, that's what I'm saying. She could have had a real contender right now. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't have been opposed to it being a real contender right now, but I got your point. Okay, Patricia, hold tight. Hold on tight real quick, Patricia. I'm not new to this. I've been talking about Courtney Kramer before most of y'all knew who she was. So I did my research already. So I'm not new to this. So let's just be a little mini, just like we want to make sure we get all the grammaticals correct in our writings when we come hard in the paint. Like let's not do that. I know what I'm talking about. And again, take the time. Go through my channel. I've got 3, if not 4 videos on Courtney Kramer. I mean, I've talked about her. I'm talking about her pretty much ad nauseum. Quite a few of my people on my channel can attest to that. I'm not new to this. So let's just be a little careful with that. That's all. Good evening, Samson. Good to see you. Grace and peace. Yo, wow, that's crazy, man. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Hey, let me ask you a question, Patricia. Because Patricia said, mark this chat. Fonnie will lose come November. Okay, not a problem. What is the platform that people are going to be voting for that will cause them to vote down Fonnie Willis? What is it? I'd love to know. I'd love to know. I'll put a star by your name so I can make sure I come back to it. I'd love to know. And I'll just let that one hang out there. What did Slick say? What I do, Slick? Do you want to know why you are here pump faking? What I pump fake? Help me out. Okay. Don't let me be wrong. What I do wrong, brother? Help me out. Patricia, Fonnie is using black folks. Okay. Okay. And what is Courtney Kramer's message to derail this truth? Let's just say that this is true, which, by the way, I do kind of believe it. So what is Courtney Kramer's remedy for this? Because remember, Fulton County is vastly highly melanated people. So how is she going to derail that truth? I'll wait. Oh, I didn't come to the meet and greet. Okay, we will talk about that, and I apologize. You're talking about the meet and greet with Lauren Cadillac, Seti Nash, and infamous Sylvia, and that was Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday, and I did not come. You're correct, and I apologize about that. We can talk about that for sure. All right, let me see what I got. What we got here? I think the judge is doing this for the next move. I agree. Matter of fact, Ashley Merchant, I think, basically said that in her interview with Professor Nez, that she thinks that because the defense is winning, it's going to go to a decision. I mean, go to the jury. The jury is going to bring back an acquittal, and Judge Whitaker will come out unscathed, and she will not have to declare a mistrial. Yeah, that's basically what she said. So it sounds like Fonnie has lied to you because nothing has changed. Fonnie didn't lie to me because I didn't believe Fonnie from the word go. I don't know. I'm not 100% certain I know what you're talking about, Patricia. But I appreciate it though. I mean, if you want to jump on, we can jump on the camera. You can shoot me an email. We can talk about it for sure. Absolutely. Okay. I'm just reading through. There's some good commentaries back and forth. I always appreciate those. You know that. All right, I see some good stuff going on here. See, this is it, Virginia. I'm sorry, Virgolicious. I honestly believe she should have went to the courthouse and held a mini press conference during the YSL trial. Eyes would have been on her. I mean, that's another great way. That's another great way to have done it. I mean, and there's just so many key opportunities and moments to do that. So, yeah, she could have done that. All right, what we got here? What we got here? What we got here? Lots of good conversation back and forth. All right, this one right here. Why you like this gladiator girl? DWC. Maybe Kramer has campaigned, and when asked, I don't recall. I see what you did there. Well played, gladiator girl. Well played. Okay, what we got here? Yeah, glad. What you call used to be a fantastic tourist attraction. Yeah, see, 5 Point. Everybody knows about 5 Points. Yeah, it looks like the MARTA station is closed too. I just kind of drove through. There was some craziness going on, so I was like, I got to keep my head on swivel. But it looks like the MARTA station's closed. I have to look into that. Um, when I was leaving from the courthouse. All right, what we got here? All right, good stuff going on. I appreciate it. Real quick. See, and Virgo's right there with me. I believe she has to take it to Fonny's front door. She could do that. Matter of fact, she could have did this article that she posted, this statement, press release. She could have did that from the Fulton County steps. That would have did it. I mean, that would have been very captivating. All right, what we got here? Lots of good stuff going on. Real quick, and I've got to get closer to getting up in the morning for Sunday school. Absolutely. I like the way you said that, Charlie. Let's just pray for justice for Fulton County and the nation. I agree. No argument from me whatsoever. What you camping? What you camping for, Willie Doc? Wait, dear Will Christian, ignore us. We just talking to a few folks in the YSL community. Oh no, it's all good, brother. It's all good. No problem at all. Hey, let me tell you right now. I think personally, let me just say this: going to the courthouse is super easy. You're not gonna get. I mean, don't bring anything that it's gonna get you in problems. But I think sitting in the courtroom and seeing the various and sundry people that you've been watching on TV, it gives you a different perspective. But I said this yesterday when I came back. I don't know another way to explain it. The atmosphere in the courtroom is totally different than you sitting at your house or watching it on your phone or wherever. I'm not getting the vibe. I'm not getting the idea that people are buying the tension between Love and Hilton and the jury and the witness, whoever it is, Woody or whoever else, and the judge. It is not all sunshine and rainbows. The way you see it on TV or the way you see it on your computer is not the way it is in court. It's probably worth it just taking, if you can, take a day to go or maybe half a day to go check it out. I think it'll give you a different perspective. That's why I truly believe that I don't think the jury is feeling them like they want them to. And I think that might be, in my mind, why there's so many sharks circling. You hear people talking about it now in different ways and shapes and forms. Like this is a failed case. That's why I think Courtney Kramer came out now about it, because it's pretty clear and evident that the case, if nothing else, if it does go to a jury, it's probably going to be an acquittal. Or Judge Whitaker does the right thing and just throws it out with prejudice. You kind of get the understanding of that now a lot more than just watching on TV. So if you ever do, man, I think it'd be worth it. She said, I learned from Courtney Kramer from Jason. I leave here so. I mean, I've been talking about Courtney Kramer for a minute, so I'm not new to this at all. I like how Ebo said it. How can she lose if she's unopposed? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let me see. Lots of good commentary back and forth. I'm just gonna get out of here. What? I've invited her to do an interview. Yes. Long story short, yes. If Courtney Kramer would like to talk, I have zero issue. I'm gonna treat her with the utmost respect. Again, I want her to do well, but I'm gonna ask her, where have you been? Where have you been? Like, yeah, I got no problem with meeting and talking with her, none whatsoever. But where have you been though? And more importantly, I would love to hear if okay, fine. You done chum the water, you done kick the bee's nest right here with this statement on Twitter, which is fine. That's fine. What's your plan now? Now, what's your plan now that you done kicked it over? What's your strategy? Well, let's hear it, because you got 10 weeks. Sound really less than that, but you got 10 weeks to election day. How are you gonna do it? What's the plan? If Fonnie Willis is not nervous tomorrow, then you have not done anything. Fonnie Willis should have to respond. Like, that's what you want. Like, you want whatever you do, Courtney, it should literally cause Fonnie Willis to get on her camera, to call a press conference, go to Big Bethel, go to wherever fake, phony, false church that she's going to go to next to try to fix this, because you done really messed up her day. That's what it is. If she don't get up in front of a camera tomorrow, then you haven't done enough then. And you got to do more. Oh, it is. Oh, it's closed for repairs. Really? Okay. It just looked. I was like, man, it looks like a straight ghost town. But there's some shady shenanigans going on, so I had to keep my head on swivel. All right, let's keep this game going. Oh, they're renovating 5 points. Uh, so is Underground gone though? Because Underground looks like it isn't. It looked like it was tapped out for sure. Only problem is Shuko. I got. I've done it. I've done it. So I'm not new to this. That's the thing. I'm not. I don't know about other people. I'm saying Jason I've offered significant, and I don't even live in Fulton County. I live in Cobb County. I was willing and have been more than willing to help out. Thank you, Texan. Yeah, I'm not new to this. I'm not making this up. And yeah, so yeah, it's not my first time. Yeah, I did not know that. I did not know. Thank you so much, Gladiator Girl. I didn't know that. Thank you. All right. I don't know. This is a great question. But Rochelle, let me tell you something. Um, I'm gonna rewind the tape. The day before the jury came back, I just knew. I knew that. Matter of fact, the whole week prior, I kept saying that they need to go over the questions that they're going to ask the jury, the questions they're going to ask the jury, questions they're going to ask the jury, the judge, the defense, the prosecution. They need to ask juries, because the jurors have been out for almost 2 months. They got in there that day, and literally Judge Whitaker just said, "Are you able to put out of your mind what Judge Glanville said after 3 o'clock on this date?" And the people said yes, and then they just went on business as usual. So that being the case, I don't think they even care. I'm being honest with you. I don't think they really care that any of these jurors, because some of the jurors are probably in this chat. Okay. D might be a juror. D might be juror number 7, for all I know. Jerome Street, this could be juror number 9. I don't know, but they didn't do any kind of vetting of the juror. They just told them not to, and they just like Scouts honor. They didn't even ask if they didn't. They just trusted that they didn't. I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. It just seems like a really bad mix. So personally, to answer your question, I don't think they care. I I don't think they're even concerned about it, in my opinion. All right. All right. Yeah, we watch YouTube. Another great content creator. Thank you so much for all you've been doing to help this channel. So I just went over Courtney Kramer's statement. What did I do with it? I literally closed it out. Where'd it go? Anyway, it's this statement. It's all over Twitter. Somebody dropped a link in the chat. I don't even know what I did with it. Here, is this it? No, I don't know what I did with it. I don't know. I had closed it out because I was thinking I was ready to move on. Oh, here it is right here. Oh, there it is. All right, so here it is, and it's just the statement. I'll post it. Matter of fact, it's on my community post right now, so I put it in the community post. But here it is right here. All right, so here it is. Let me get you out of the way, and I'm not gonna read over it again, but this is it. And basically, she's just talking about when she's elected DA, she's going to scuttle the YSL case, which I think is the right thing to do. She's challenging Fani Willis to do it. But like even in the my opening salvo, I said, what if Fani Willis does do that? What if Fani Willis does take Courtney Kramer's challenge and she scuttles the YSL case tomorrow? What's going to be her selling point there? Like, what's she going to use to help people see that they should vote for Courtney Kramer if Fani Willis does scuttle the YSL trial? Yikes. It's going to be problematic. All right, let's see real quick. All right, good stuff going on. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to just, if a moderator could drop the link in the chat. So the Twitter link in the chat, because this is just a screenshot. That way we watch YouTube can check it out. What happened here? Okay. Lots of good conversation. I do appreciate y'all. Okay. Yeah, they don't want it without mistrial. I mean, they don't want a mistrial without prejudice. But if this goes to the goes to a jury, I feel comfortable that they're more than likely going to see an acquittal. So all of this, when the smoke clears, it will lend itself to being an acquittal. I think that's another reason why Thursday and Friday, you saw them slow dragging through those questions because they did not want for this week to go into this week with the last person that the jury heard being Brian Steele. They didn't want that. So that's why I'm not saying they did it on purpose. I'm just saying that they probably did it on purpose. All right. I think, look, what can we do to help Courtney? I'd love it if you reached out because I'd like to know what she stands for. I think she's going to be on Phil's channel tomorrow, Inside the Law. I do think we should go check it out and hear what she's going to say. Hopefully Phil will ask her some good questions. Here is the statement. If you did not already see it on X, Courtney Kramer's statement. And look, hear me. I think a good candidate like this needs to be vetted. They need to be asked questions and all that kind of stuff, be able to articulate what they believe and they stand for, and let the chips fall where they may. But one of the things I think needs to happen, if nothing else, Courtney Kramer needs to get involved in Fulton County, and she needs to be doing podcasts in Fulton County or at least in the local level. I mean, Phil is local, so that's a good person here in Atlanta. But like national podcasts are not, and national news outlets are not the same as Atlanta News First or 11 Alive or WSB. Those are right here. Those are homegrown people. Do that right here. Like get involved. Like that's something Courtney needs to do is get involved here. Like do stuff here in Atlanta. We don't need to worry about what, Gateway Pundit says or outside the Beltway think. We need to know, what does V103 think? What do people think on Peachtree Street? What do they think? What does WSB think? That's a great way to DWC. Ask her on Phil tomorrow. Yeah, she's gonna be on Phil tomorrow. I'll probably roll through. I might just go to church tomorrow night too. Yeah, we'll see. Um, I'm right there with you, Ghost Dog. I've said it. I think they definitely need to be brought up on Rico. No question at all. No argument from me whatsoever. Okay, I did see one more. But Brian still has a whole week to prep. But I think Brian's, in my opinion, 321 relax, 321 relax. I think Brian Steele was already chomping at the bit. He knew what he was going to say, and it was going to ruin their whole day. If he had gotten his hands on Woody and was able to ask him some good, meaningful questions, let's say if Simone Hilton had finished up her questions on Thursday, Brian Steele would have had all of 6 hours to have at Woody. Now, granted, maybe it would have been adversarial, maybe it would have been easy like Sunday morning. I don't know, but I'm fully convinced Brian Steele already had his questions ready. He had his questions ready at the beginning of the week. He does not seem like somebody that needs to prepare for something that is going to be that key. And when you think about how unprepared the defense is, the prosecution is, all you got to do is just be a step ahead of them. What would they do? They would be scrambling and scraping. They would not be prepared. Then I just need to make sure I'm prepared, and I'll be light years ahead of them. I'm sure the rest of them are like that as well, in my opinion. Oh, thank you so much, Texan. Yeah, here's a video I did early on when Courtney Kramer first announced that she was running. And again, I'm not saying that I got all the ducks in a row and I know everything, but I'm not new to this at all. you you think he got hand signals? Y'all are these hand signals. Y'all be watching too much baseball. Y'all out here pretending like y'all batting coaches and stuff. I don't know what y'all be doing. I've seen some of the videos. So I'm like, yeah, I know what y'all talking about. It does look weird, so I got you. But y'all be like, I don't know who is DWC. I don't know. There's many a day I don't know who he is either. We got to figure that out. In all fairness, you think anyone running against Fulton County or their families are safe? I'm not willing to say that they're unsafe. And you're saying running against Fonty. I'm not willing to say that. I mean, that would be like some mob level type of stuff. I'm not willing to say that. What I am willing to say is that anybody can beat Fonty Willis if they properly prepare. And I just don't feel like Courtney Kramer properly prepared to beat Fonty Willis and really committed to it. Again, if you're into combat sports, if you're into, we just saw the Olympics just ended. So, all that, like, you don't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to do the Tour de France. You don't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to be a judo champion. You just don't. There's preparation that has to go on months, years ahead of time. And of course you don't have years, but you could say you had years to prepare to take out Fonty Willis. Just do a better job. That's all. So hopefully she will, and she'll do well. But I don't see any reason to believe that she's going to unseat Fonty Willis. That's a Herculean task that I just am not convinced of. Now, if you show me that, like, she's really been training, she's really been preparing, and when they step into that ring on November 5th, it's going to be a different game. Oh, hey, maybe so. But I'm sorry. I just can't believe it. And I think most of us probably do as well. When you see the fact that she just rolled out with this little mission statement. Well, where you been? Who are you? Well, what's going on? So, Hopefully, just hopefully, it will be a object lesson. Because again, I believe anybody can lose anytime. It's just one. I mean, you're just one stray leg kick, one stray jab away from face down on the mat. I mean, that's it. So if Courtney Kramer is properly prepared, she could easily have taken this off. So that's just my little 2 cents. Y'all, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate the moderators. I appreciate all of the conversation and it's such of that nature. Going back and forth, I really do appreciate it. I will be back. Today is Saturday, please forgive me. Tomorrow's Sunday. I will be back. I might do a video tomorrow, but I definitely will be back on Monday. Lord willing. We got in court. It's going to be some horse trading. There's going to be no jury and no witnesses. So I don't plan on going down there on Monday, but I'll probably go down there Tuesday because I have an alumni meeting afterwards. So I can go hang out after I leave from court. But definitely appreciate y'all following me. Thank you everybody for watching the videos and commenting and giving your 2 cents and such like that, and listening and hearing what I'm saying as it relates to this case right here. I really, this story right here, I really do appreciate y'all and the back and forth. I love it. I love the pressing. I love the pushing back and such like that, and giving me something to think about as well as listening to what I might have to say. I really appreciate y'all. So everybody, thank you so much. Moderators, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. Lord willing, we'll do it again real soon. So everybody, thanks so much. Grace and peace. Take care.